Nestled deep in the Sinnoh region, among the trees of the Eterna Forest, we have one of Pokemon's more spooky locations, that being the Old Chateau. This old, run-down and disheveled building is said to be haunted, even scaring locals from entering. This leaves several unanswered questions. What happened here? Who is its owner? Who are these spirits? Is Rotom somehow related? My name is Lane, and thank you guys for coming to my channel. Happy Halloween! And today we're going to go ahead and answer all these questions and put it into a little theory. So, let's go ahead and get started with that. Also, I'm still in costume, so I did it for my tier list on Wednesday. I'm also in costume for this one, so I'm a ghost. Ooh. So I am going to go ahead and start this by saying that this theory has been covered by other YouTubers before, but I think I'm adding my own little twist to it. I haven't come across someone adding this twist to it, so let me know down below what your thoughts are. Comment, subscribe, like it, yep. The Old Chateau is located near the Eterna City exit of the Eterna Forest. It has a large foyer that includes 2 flights of stairs leading to the second floor with a balcony overlooking the entrance room. Between the foyer staircase is the door to the dining hall, where a long wooden table dominates the room. The kitchen area is found just to the left of the table, and off to the right seems to be a storage room. Just outside of the room stands a strange statue with an ominous aura that appears to be glaring at the player. On the second floor, left and right of the main rooms, extends a library, where old books are crammed into bookshelves. There are also 4 bedrooms that can be accessed by traveling further up to the first floor. In one of these rooms there is a TV that is displaying a plain white flickering screen. The TV is inhabited by a wild Rotom, which comes out exclusively at night to initiate a battle. In another room there is a portrait with glowing red eyes that stare at and follow the player. On occasion there are ghosts of 2 people that are seen in the Old Chateau. There is what fans call the butler, and there is the ghost of a little girl who appears in one of the second floor bedrooms. Both ghosts disappear when they go off screen. Now looking at the exterior of the Old Chateau, there is something oddly familiar about it. If we travel through Mount Coronet and reach Hearthome City, we are introduced to Mr. Backlot's mansion. Mr. Backlot is the owner of Amity Square in Hearthome City and has built his fortune through its ownership, making him one of the richest people in the Sinnoh region. His mansion has the exact same model as the Old Chateau, but seems newer and not as disheveled as the Old Chateau. The Pokemon Mansion is a large fenced-in property with a large wall in Diamond Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl, and a large fence in Pokemon Platinum. The house is well guarded, with strolling police around the outside of the gate. Once inside, you are greeted with a large interest in several ornate statues, ones that we have seen somewhere else before. There are several rooms, with 3 bedrooms off to the left, and the largest room being Mr. Backlot's office off on the right. The main attraction of the Pokemon Mansion is actually the prize trophy garden in the back. Mr. Backlot is a big compulsive liar, though. Funnily enough, in my I have like notes that I write down just to get the ideas rolling, and on it just says Mr. Backlot is a liar. So I thought that was funny, but he insists that Pokemon who aren't native to his garden or even the Sinnoh region at all inhabit the garden. These Pokemon include Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Meowth, Chansey, Ditto, Eevee, Porygon, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Marill, Azurill, Plusle, Minun, Castform, Bonsly, Mime Jr., and Happiny. His dutiful butler will cover up his lies and import the rare Pokemon to his garden. So, given that we can see the locations are the same building type on the outside, there's similar things like the statues, there's butlers at both locations, like we can see that there are some similarities there. And I mean, if we think about it, Mr. Backlot would be the only person rich enough to actually have a mansion in the Sinnoh region. We are introduced to many other rich people. So, last piece of this puzzle here is the Pokemon Rotom. Rotom is a Pokemon that inhabits the Old Chateau by living inside the TV. Rotom is not a Pokemon that normally inhabits the Sinnoh region, with this being its only instance of being wild in Sinnoh. However, someone in Team Galactic has shown a big interest in Rotom, with there being a whole room dedicated to it and its form changes. There is a notebook that goes into information about its form changes. This journal is signed by Char, which is believed to be Charon, one of the admins in the Pokemon Platinum. Along with this notebook, there is an older one. The older notebook tells the story of a young boy who befriended Rotom. This boy named him Rotom after seeing him come out of the lawnmower's motor. Rotom is a mischievous Pokemon and loves to play with people. Rotom accidentally shocked the boy at some point and fled after, feeling bad about its mistake. The boy found Rotom at some point later, and it was possessing his robot toy in Veilstone City. Now, the author does not seem to be the same person, with Charon's notebook seeming to be more informational. He found information about Rotom, not necessarily that he discovered Rotom, that they had a friendship or a prior relationship. So it appears to be two separate people. So that leads us to the question, who is this boy? I fear that we already know him. This little boy is none other than Team Galactic's leader, Cyrus. Okay, so theory time. Mr. Backlot's son is Cyrus. The little girl was his other child, Cyrus's younger sister. And Charon might just be Cyrus's grandpa and the father of Mr. Backlot. I feel like I put all that out of order, but let me go ahead and explain that why I think that, or what my theory is. The Backlot family includes Charon Backlot, Mr. Backlot, Cyrus Backlot, and a younger daughter, a waitstaff consisting of butler and maids. They all live together in the Old Chateau, where Mr. Backlot enjoyed his family fortune from owning Amity Square in Hearthome City. As a child, Cyrus loved playing with his toys and writes all of his experiences down in his journal. He met a wild Rotom one day when it emerged from a lawnmower. Given that Mr. Backlot has a tendency to lie and import Pokemon, he may have imported Rotom from another region to help out with the mansion's chores. Cyrus named the Pokemon Rotom, and the two became fast friends. One day, Cyrus scared Rotom, and it let loose a shock, and it shocked him, knocking him unconscious. After waking up, Cyrus could not find Rotom. He searched far and wide, and eventually found his Rotom inside his old toy robot in Veilstone City. He lit up, and the two were reconnected and returned home to the Old Chateau. One day while playing, Rotom was too rambunctious and inhabited the oven and started a house fire. Charon, Mr. Backlot, Cyrus, and the maids all escaped, but Cyrus's little sister and the butler did not make it out and perished in the fire. Confused and devastated, Mr. Backlot blamed Cyrus and Rotom for the mishap. Rotom fled into the upstairs TV, just like the last time that it hurt somebody. Cyrus, feeling completely betrayed, abandoned, and devastated by his family and Rotom, was pushed into the idea of a world with no spirit, since his spirit was now broken. And Charon, wishing to understand, decided to fully delve into the research on the Pokemon that caused so much despair, Rotom. He kept a detailed journal of his findings, including how its form changes worked, and collected Cyrus's old notebook as well. Mr. Backlot moved to Hearthome City, leaving behind the remnants of the Old Chateau, where he constructed a similar building to the Old Chateau, his Pokemon mansion. He built the trophy garden in honor of his deceased daughter and hired a new butler. As time went on, Cyrus grew up and gained power and notoriety for being a part of Team Galactic, joined by his only supportive person in his family, Charon. Charon did continue his research in the secret room of the Veilstone Galactic building and continued to support his grandson in pursuit of the world with no spirit, although he did seem more interested in just the research than Cyrus's goals. Mr. Backlot feared his son and what he had done, so he hires excess security and built large walls to protect himself and his mansion. Alright everybody, so that is my theory, my take on what happened at the Old Chateau, why it's now abandoned, and yeah, so once again, let me know if you enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great and safe Halloween, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!